My colleagues and I doing this study were asked by the Agency for Healthcare Services Analysis to answer 3 important questions in this study. First of all, they asked us, what sort of a framework makes sense if we're going to study patient-centeredness in Sweden? In order to develop a framework for analysis, we looked around. We reviewed the international work that's been done by a number of agencies. We found that there's been a lot of work done, there's been a lot of progress, but at the same time, it's true to say that there is not one unique, internationally approved definition and model of patient-centeredness. So rather than just pick one of these models, we said, well, ideally, what we'd like to see in the future is a model that's based in Sweden that is prioritized according to Swedish patients' priorities and expectations. What does patient-centered care look like to a Swedish patient? That work is work for the future, and we think it's important. But what we did for this study, in order to move forward, is we said, well, look at all these models. They have some common elements across them. And for our study, we'll pick these common elements and we'll look and see how patient-centered care is according to these elements. And we were able to identify 5 common elements of 45. There are 45 different elements that a researcher has identified in terms of patient-centered care. We picked 5. And those 5 important common elements are empowering patients through information and education, respecting patients' individual needs and preferences and values, coordinating healthcare and ensuring continuity of care for patients, taking a holistic approach, seeing a patient as a person who has a complex and unique set of needs that are medical, but also spiritual, emotional, psychological, and then involving patients' friends, their close friends, and their family, where they can serve as important supports and help patients to really navigate through what can be a very difficult, challenging system.
Well, a lot of people would say that patient-centeredness is very important on its own, that we need a patient-centered care because healthcare is for patients. That's what it's about. It's about improving their situation, their health, and meeting their needs. But beyond that, there's increasing evidence to show that patient-centered care is care that has fewer errors, that is better in terms of outcomes, that gets better results in terms of health improvements, that actually has cost savings in the system. Shorter lengths of hospital stays, quicker return to work for those who are out of work due to sickness. So for all of these reasons, it's not surprising that here in Sweden, but across the world in developed countries and in international organizations, being patient-centered is increasingly recognized as a critical performance aim.